What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Bot2Better Warzone video, the Warzone series where I share with you guys how I went from a sub 1 KD on Verdansk to about a 2.7 on Caldera. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down a dub that I got with my friend Tony, aka True Game Data, and Lucifer192, all relevant links in the description below. We'll break down every engagement, how it led to success, and the things that I'm thinking about and doing while I approach each fight. If you guys like this kind of content, you want to see more of it, drop a like on the video, subscribe, click the bell so you know when I upload another one. And if you want, you can be a part of the recording of it. We're doing this live right now on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/art_is_war, live almost every day. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video.
So I'm peeking the same angle Tony is, and like in general, team beams are really great, but you don't want to stack on the same angle here. You know, Tony's taking this here. I don't want to stand right next to him. One, because he's playing the only cover here. I could play the other side of this car if I wanted to, but he's really playing the only cover here. It would make sense for me to peek a different angle, and that's what I do, because I end up standing right where he gets shot. The difference between me and someone high-skilled like Coda or Isaac is it just takes me a little bit longer to get to the good decision-making. But I end up playing this fight okay and smart and playing good cover. I ego the guy at the end, but we'll break down like the little pieces. Playing this little bit of cover here is great because it's not like a usual piece of cover. Snaking this from prone to crouch to standing isn't like playing a jersey barrier. You know, this is like a natural piece of cover, and this is, I feel, more likely like throw the enemy. And nades off here are great because they force the player to run from where they currently are. And unless they're insanely good at the game, they probably don't have a plan for cover. And this is where you can start to get the player on the back foot, like we talk about. Like, it often feels like a pushing match. You know what I mean? It feels like you're always push-pulling the person. Like you have each other's hands on their shoulders, and you're seeing who's going to fall over first. And so it's all about keeping the pace going in your favor. So these nades here push the players out of the cover that they're currently playing, while Tony, True Game Data, is shooting over my left. And this constant pressure leads us to win the fight. So we get two nades off from here, and I get a break off of it, and you can see him kind of panicking and running around there. I get a break and hold that. I have another nade, which is again going to force them. I don't get any hits on the last two nades. It's just that one that gets the break, and that's fine. It's not always, I know they're not there anymore. Tacticals, lethals, the big thing about those is that they give you information. If you get a hit marker, you know they're there, especially with combat recon, because then you get them lit up and pinged. If you don't get a hit, you know they've moved from the previous place you knew them to be. And so all those nades were helpful. You'll see I throw a third nade here, I think, because I pick one up off that body as I grab the satchel. And I use that to basically check the back of these two metal huts to see if they're playing the backside of it. And also hopefully push them into one of them.
I downed him.
And hold that. And as you can see, because I threw it back there, I heard the comms that Tony downed one. Tony's down player is here. And because that nade that I threw back here, he's going to get that nade indicator. And he's just going to run away from that so he does not take damage. And that forces, now he's in a place where he's just trying to get the res off. There's too many things for this player to do right now to get back on the front foot. And that leads us to win the engagement. This was an ego chow, and if this person was holding me instead of plating, which also speaks to plate timing, like sometimes it's better just to last chance ego chow a fight, because if you get caught in this plating animation, you're gonna get fried. He tries to cancel it and fry me here, but it just doesn't work out for timing for him. And that's that big thing about that engagement. The constant nades, the constant gunfire from Tony really helped win this. That's disgusting, Red. I'm not turning a candle upside down in a toilet, brother. There's probably nobody here. Oh, on our right by the bridge. So here we're just kind of holding zone. You know what I mean? Like, we've rotated through, we killed those teams. I think we found one extra straggler after that engagement we looked at. Still don't have loadout. I don't know how I saw that guy. I was just scanning. I say here in the chat that I'm like, I don't know how I saw that guy. But you know, you should expect people here. You've just cleared out most of the zone. Candle upside down in the toilet, brother. Now, what we didn't do is like over here, we didn't look at any of this. So I mean, I should see, like, I'm just kind of looking right now. I'm not ADS'd. I'm out. I've got a great overview. I'm in zone here on the mini map. You can tell we are like right at the very edge of zone. And I'm just going to stand here and I'm going to kind of check for things. And it pays off here. It gives us info.
There's probably nobody here.
There's probably nobody
right
here.
by the bridge.
Actually, yes, there is. Get a live ping off, miss my shot.
I don't know how I saw that guy.
I'm going to push over edge zone and try to get this guy out.
Walls.
I see on my mini map here that my teammate Lucifer192, shout out Lou, link in the bio. Or should I say link in the description. He's watching the rotation deeper. So I know that I can rotate out with confidence.
Watch him be a little demon.
Parachuted all the way down to here.
See, and Lou calms it. He's parachuting all the way down. And I know those live pings are missing the target because what he's trying to do there is, if you get those kind of repeated live pings, typically with a good player, he's trying to live the person. So I'm going to follow those live pings as if they're 2D, right? Ding, ding. That's where he is. That's where he is. And you see me ADS right on him, right? You saw him there for a split second. And why that's so important is because I know those live pings aren't where they are on the map. I know that's where they are in relation to Lucifer. So that's why I find the target so quickly.
Still parachuting.
Try to get the shot off. Just misses. I know he's rotating for the blue tower building here.
Blue tower.
I comment, blue tower. We all push down together. And I'm gonna, he rezzed, which we calm. Double res. I hear him running. I saw him for a second, so I'm gonna chow it hard. And we get him out. But we know two of his teammates. I get specialist here, which is huge for this game. No second loading needed. I'm ghosted. I'm restocked. I'm tempered. This, if you're trying to be an aggressive player, you get specialist. This is the biggest Q to W key of your entire career.
Nice, dude.
Gotta hit the hip hop air horn when you get specialist.
El Tony. You killed El Tony as well.
Fake Tony. Bitch ass, fake ass Tony.
So specialist is huge here.
Oh, UAVs are so cheap for me.
You get the UAV discount. We get loadout. Bren hipfire PPSH. This video will be released post Bren nerf. During this gameplay, this Bren was just ridiculously overpowered. So we see here in this fight, I just have info on the UAV of where this person is, and I just do everything in my power to kind of pre-aim him, right? So on the mini map here, I'm not going to circle it so you guys can see it. He's on my level. So I know he's loosely, I don't need to look up. I don't need to look down. So I'm going to center on my horizon, right? Like here. So that gives me info not to go up or down. And then this point of your character here and the center of your compass. I keep harping on this because I think it's so important. You draw a straight line out from the center of your character. Holy cow, can I draw a straight line? Oh, I have to buy it to do that. Yeah, I'm good. If you draw, I'm going to try, a straight line from your character, the point of your character is going to aim where you're aimed. So between the height info from the UAV and the locational info from your minimap from the UAV, you should be within like 4 feet of aiming at this person.
This game.
And then in terms, this is like an ego off. So he takes shots first and he misses. He starts to hit shots, but there's something very important that I do with my left hand on the keyboard here that I think wins me the fight. So watch this while I fry this guy. It's actually 2, I think, now looking at it, but I could be wrong. So what I did there was strafe. So instead of shooting, just standing and shooting, which probably would have lost me the fight, I'm hitting AD. Watch, AD. And that just keeps him having to track a little bit. When you're playing on these kind of tick rate servers, any little bit of movement's gonna keep you from getting hit. That's why people say things like skill-based hit reg. It's just really kind of bad servers, bad connection, bad latency. And you can play that to your advantage outside of Peeker's advantage. Like that kind of strafe shooting, that's why the FFAR was so dominant in the Cold War meta for so long. Because its strafe speed allowed you to kind of strafe juke people really, really close. We're pushing up to blue ping, which is info gathered from the UAV. You can see shots there, and you can see the cluster coming in. I say I'm going to go right because I think there's a team, like based on the info that I'm watching here, I think there's a team clustering from these buildings over here. And if both of us, or all three of us, push this in the middle of them getting pushed, we're just going to get fried by that team. I'd rather push right, get info. I think I changed my mind halfway through here, but I'd rather push right, get info, and possibly deal with this other team while my two teammates deal with the obvious fights on the buy. Nah, fuck it. I said, nah, screw it. I'm going to push with them because there's no cover to the right. You have the wall, you have the tanker here as you push over. And we're all taking different angles. I see one guy, fry him. Don't go for the thirst. Because if you get the other teammate and there's no self, different team. Thirst with the throwing knife. Pick it back up from the body. What I did there was I looked for the second teammate. Because if they don't have self, which everybody in Vanguard Royale does have self because of the fire sale. And just because of the amount of cash on the ground. I still am guilty of it. Going for the thirst immediately can get you killed. You should assume that there's going to be another player pushing you immediately after the down. And they're going to be pushing you either from the angle that the person's on or from a totally different one. So you just have to be ready for another person. And that's what I did here. We push up. I see the guy behind the tanker. I fry him. And I immediately look for the next player. I think that the person pushing around is him. Although now you look, he's aimed over there. So that's the last guy in the other team. But this guy still has a teammate somewhere. Still not a wipe. Get the thirst with the throwing knife. Replate. Pick up the knife off the guy. I hear the stuns going on in the building, so I'm going to push in with my teammates. They fry the guy, and we get the wipe.
Sniper in the hill.
So,
Northeast.
Right there, immediately after the fight, I'm calming that there's a sniper in the hill northeast. Right? Because I don't even notice it now talking. I don't think it was a sniper. I think it's actually automatic fire. But if you look really closely here, that's the damage indicator behind. That has absolutely nothing to do with the fight that we just had. And that's why, Reese, if you're still here, I'm always saying, talk about your damage indicator. As soon as I get hit, I comment to my teammates and I swing around so that this damage indicator goes to the top of the screen. Because if you put the damage indicator on the top of your screen, you will be looking in the direction from where you were shot. I mean, that's just like basic stuff that took me forever to learn. Calm the direction.
I want to say like northeast.
It's probably dumb of me to rotate out of cover here because this rock
deep.
is shit cover. So the tracers come and I calm closer on the rock, other side of the road. Short, concise info to your teammates so that they know where to look. On me, oh my God, right there. I don't know what to do with that info. If I can be descriptive under pressure, much more likely to give my teammates quality comms that are going to allow them to help me and help the whole team.
Close in the rocks, actually.
And I'm looking at the minimap, always looking at the minimap. We get an advanced in the air. I see Tony's character looking directly at that ping, taking shots. I hear the sniper go off, and I see the ping turn around and run the other way. Use the stim to close the distance. Restock gives it back to me. Hi, Coda. Hi, Pat. Close the distance. I fry him. I get the stim hit indicator.
He's stimming. This guy might be good.
So I come to my team that this guy might be decent because if he's using stims tactically, he's aware of the mechanics of the game. There is a hit marker indicator for stims. I recom to my team that he's good. He turned and lasered me. So I'm going to full push this guy because I kind of want this guy out the game. If he's competent, I want him out. And quickly. He fries Tony. I get the live ping from Combat Recon. I chow that angle, but not too aggressively because I know he's going to... Because I know he's a competent player, I know he's going to chow again when he gets hit. Unfortunately, Tony goes down there. But his shots on the target both weaken him I pre-fire the corner, think he's gonna peek. Tony's shots live him, and I know he's weak because he got hits. So I'm able to break him. On the break, I'm gonna reset the fight because you can see him on the mini-map. He's gonna immediately last chance chow. And he does. He pre-fires the point where I was. You can hear those shots. I hear him run inside. Instead of chasing him, I'm thinking about the path that this player is going to take. So I'm going to hook back around the building, right? Instead of just blindly chasing this guy around and around and around and letting him lead me on the chase he wants to lead me, I'm listening to the audio cues and I'm thinking about what the player is going to do. I just shot him. He's running away from me. I double back around and wait for him at this window. And I catch him. I catch him after, like, the best thing you want to do here is you want to catch him in that vault animation. Like, I could have thought of this quicker. Right here, I should be shooting him. I should have stopped and shot him because right now you can see this player is currently vaulting the windowsill. This is the perfect time to fry somebody. Unfortunately, I'm a little slow. I'm looking at the mini map. You can see my eyes are looking left. He's going to get out the window, but I think I still managed to fry him. I love latency. So we'll just look at this fight again from the beginning. Stim push him. Tony gets shots on, gives me info. Pre-fire the corner. Break him. Don't overextend and ego him because he pre-fired me. Hear him go inside. Missed the vault animation, but got a lucky heady in there and fried him. Played up. So I'm ready to take shots again.
Maybe not as much of a beam as I thought.
And res the teammate. Another UAV up. We have... open up the minimap, get info. There's one guy high behind us. Lucifer fried that guy there, and I see another guy on the hill. Tony pings it for info. Really easy to see on the map. Always ping shots on the minimap. Makes it so much easier to see. I see the guy crossing. I don't take shots because I don't have cover, and he has height. I still see him crossing. Still see him crossing. I hear a guy on my right, and I get peeked. So I'm going to not continue peeking that angle. I'm going to wrap around the right side of the building. I don't know the map very well, but try to get like a heady here, like a head glitch. I can't get up. I'm trying to make it work. These rocks are awful. Tony gets it down. I get his thirst with the throwing knife. I see there's two in here. And fry them. So the big thing here was I got the hipfire build on this gun is particularly nice.
Different teams?
Because
maybe?
when I come into the building, it was two different teams. When I come in the building, I see two. I see the one that's already been shot at, which is the first one I'm going to shoot because he's weak. And then I see the other guy. So this other guy is holding that corner back there, right? I see him. I now know in my mind that there's a player there. So anytime I push something, I want to be aware of where there are players and cognizantly put objects of cover between me and their sightline. So you'll see me slide in, fry the first guy hip fire, and immediately back into this corner here. Because I know that if I play this corner here, the player that is in the corner over on this side of the screen is not going to be able to see me, at least for a second, so that I can get this down. And that's exactly what ends up happening. Does that make sense, chat? And then I'm able to jump around that corner and get the other down. So Thirst, push in. It's two people. Fry the first guy while putting something between me and the second guy. Don't go for the Thirst. Immediately jump chow the other guy, right? So I know where he is. I see where he's aiming. His bullets right now are coming in right here and hitting the wall, right? So I know I need to end up past that. Build some momentum with a sprint, and I full jump past him. I get hit, I take damage, but he doesn't hit enough shots. Not to fight this crazy hipfire PPSH. Thirst with the throwing knives, get the wipe.
People fighting straight up the hill on the west side.
So get more comms from Lou, straight up the hill from the west side. We're in a ditch right now, so I think we're all prioritizing rotating up the hill.
I'm stoked. People.
So we heard the comms earlier that Lou said people top of the hill on green. There's a last live on the map here. And we hear a loadout pop, right? And so we're all focused. Tony's currently rotating high for high ground. Lou's got a different high ground on the left side, and I'm right up the middle here.
Loadout.
Yeah,
I don't really have good shots there. You can kind of see me waver with it. Like I see them. I don't want to take shots. I see the terrain and I see the zone, right? Fourth zone is the fastest zone currently on the map, at least in Vanguard Royales, which aren't on the playlist right now, I understand. And I see what the zone is doing. I know that this is higher than this, where they're buying loadout. And instead of taking shots laterally, where they have the opportunity to rotate up the hill and gain position on us, I'm going to, when I'm playing well and smart, I'm going to rotate above them and hold them. Because even if you aren't in zone, like up here, I probably don't have a peek on them. But they're further out of zone than I am, even if I'm right here. So I'm going to hold them actively right there and try to get shots on them before they can all get their loadout. Okay, here's ammo, here's plates. You know, they're all little Timmy Jimmies down there sorting their loot out between them. So you want to make sure that you're timing it appropriately, but you're also doing it from the right place. And you hear me calm, like, I'm going to rotate above them for position.
Idiots. Why would they throw it down there?
I don't know why you would throw it down there.
You tell
I mean, I guess you just got to throw it, but whatever. I think I end up pushing them because they're already rotating up the hill and we get timing.
Let's load out. There's 3. Ah, motherfucker.
I get fried. This was just bad timing. You know what I mean? This is just like rough timing. So I get shot. I reset the fight with the stim to get out of the way. Don't want to peek the same thing. I want to get up the hill. We get it down. Tony gets it down with the sniper rifle, which is huge. That gives you the momentum to push. Live pings from Combat Recon is so big here. Lou's been shooting at people, and there's so many around. He comms that it might be 2 teams, so that's on the radar. I see and hear the shots. Lou downs him. I get it full. More shots from behind. So I spot him, but I'm already taking damage. So if I stop here and shoot him because where zone is, I'm dead. Behind cover, new angle, fry him in zone, and we're vibing. Kind of an awkward fight that honestly I should have paid more attention to the zone with.
PAing you?
Tony comes on him. I see the tracers come in and he goes down immediately. I'm out of zone, so I don't really have an opportunity here to turn and burn, right? Because zone is closing. They're above us. They're holding the holders, right? We held them. We held the team getting loadout, and now we're getting hold. Ultimately, what we should have done here is rotated high, cleared the hill, and then just waited for that team to come up regardless of loadout. But we pay for it here. I hope Tony doesn't get fooled. I don't know if he does. But immediately, the first thing I think of is I have a precision. We have so much money. There's no point in being darling with any of that. I'm going to use the precision to try to get the team off of him and get them to rotate away. So I precision him.
We have no...
Right here. 5, 2.
They're still shooting me through the precision. I'm going to use the stim to rotate away. Stims are huge right now with this speed.
They like count as high alert.
So Lou's still up. He's also rotating away. The precision got those guys off that point, and I'm going to assume they're going to rotate into where they saw me go, like on this other rock here. I hear him, and he's holding that angle tight, right? Like as I peek that, I expect them to be on this rock.
Hits on the PA.
Here, because it makes sense. Like it's the next big piece of cover from where they were. So I expect him to peek this. I hear him, I think. Let me...
They like count as high alert.
I don't know if I can hear it in the recording.
No hits on the PA.
Yeah, right there. I heard 2 footsteps. So I know they're going to be behind this, and I'm going to assume that they're hard peeking this corner angle here. I can't point at the screen because you guys can't see. I'm assuming they're going to be holding this angle. It pays off too. Because I full jump chow the angle, I get really lucky that I was right. Because I full jump chow the angle, it pays off and I fry the guy.
Above us here, Lou.
Not a wipe. So instead of continuing to peek, because I have 1 plate left, I throw the throwing knife for the thirst. I get high alerted. I roll back behind the rock because I know Lou's flanking behind him because I'm looking at my mini map, right?
It's on the PA.
On the mini map here, Lou's playing the other
Above
side.
us here, Lou.
The guy's chasing.
And I get really lucky. I get really lucky there. I don't know that Lou actually got any shots on that guy. Lou, by the time Lou rotates around and he's peeking, this guy has chased me full. I think what saved me here probably is going back behind the rock, replating. I mean, honestly, I should have I only got one plate in and then rechaled because I got really close to dying here. I see that Lou is pushed in and Tony's pushing in, so I don't want to be the last guy on the hill. I want to be there with my teammates for trade, so I also push in. I have a Deddy to work with here. I hear him, so I pop a Deddy. I see him across, and I have no cover. But the drop shot there and the team beams win us the fight. So I push in with Deddy because I thought I heard him close, and I had no info really here. I see him across here, beaming me. I'm actually kind of overcommitted here, but thank God the three of us are right next to each other because the team beams save the day. Little drop shot here, especially on controllers. That's a little bit of a dangerous range to do a drop shot because at that distance, it's only a little bit of a movement to track the player, but it's what I had to work with. I had no momentum. I had nothing like slide cancels, all that kind of movement stuff. You need to have momentum to do it. Drop bunny hops, all of that. So you need to be moving for a little while to get it going. I'm in a building right now with Deddy popped, and I haven't, like, I was like, where is the guy? And so I'm kind of screwed here. The drop shot's like my only option. And it pays off. So I see on the mini map that we have the big game bounty, which gives you an advanced UAV. So good. It's supposed to be top killer in the lobby. It's not. Breadman proved that. I know that this area has a lot of little hatches and stuff, so I say I'm gonna go try to get a peek, and because we're pretty center zone here.
It's hilarious.
Captain Coke, I'll show
I
you.
really want that advance, so I'm gonna try to find this guy. And this little hatch here is huge because if I start getting shot at, I can drop back, I can step back off these boxes, but also this hatch gives me like 270 degrees field of view. So it's a huge little spot to peek. And that's what you're always looking for. You're looking for head glitches. You're looking for places where you have this much, you know, like your screen, you aim over something and the cover that you're aiming behind occupies about that much of your screen. This should all be cover, typically, because you aim from your forehead in Call of Duty. And the less you show of yourself, the less likely you are to get hit. And that's what we talk about when we talk about headies or head glitches.
That barrel
Right here.
Like
This isn't a great heady, but it's a good one. It's a little bit too far for me in here. I think that's our guy right there. I'm pinging and taking shots. I'm pinging and not taking shots because I know there's snipers on the team. And I got 40 rounds. There's 2 people. I'd rather get info and have some trigger discipline. I think I'm about to fry this guy because he's about to cross the street. The first guy I saw... Let's see.
He already has that barrel.
The first guy I saw...
Good.
That's a little too far for me, and he's about to cross behind cover here. So in my mind, if the time to kill of the Bren currently, or previous the nerf that just dropped, I don't think in this distance I'll be able to fry him. So like from where he is here to when he'd hit cover here, I don't think I would be able to effectively fry him at that range. So I'm gonna wait, and you'll see me continue scanning instead. I ping him for everybody else if they have a good shot.
I think that's our guy right there. It wasn't our guy.
Fried the guy, did not get the advanced. Right here, watch right here, and you'll see him. That's why you're always scanning. That's why you see a good players flicking left, flicking right, looking around.
Where's our big game though?
See, I saw that movement. You saw the movement probably the second time, and I fry him, and it's a wipe. But that's the glory of like a power position here. You're just holding everybody.
I was on the hill running.
Tony says we're gonna go to the buy because we have a lot of cash, and then I remember I have specialists, so I can buy an advanced UAV for much cheaper than anybody else on the team. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna give us info on where everybody else is on the map, and it's gonna lead to a very quick end to the game. I get high alerted by the guy, and so now I know I'm probably not gonna be able to buy anything.
you know, peeking each side of the cover. I don't have shots on that guy. I find another guy, and then I get shot
anything right now.
deeper. I calm that I can't buy anything. I try to plate, but then I see the high alert ticking off, and also I'm getting shot. So I'm immediately just trying to get somewhere to heal, to plate, and to figure out what is going on. So you can see me, I don't have a lot of map knowledge here. So as I get shot, you can see me start to run into corners and stuff. It just takes time. You know, in Verdansk, I would know, okay, left, right, left. Okay, this way, that way. This is a newer map. Don't know it quite as well yet. I'm looking for cover to break their sight line. I end up getting it here. They're clustering. I got to stay inside. But here I know I have a peek in the direction of where they were pushing, right? So I'm inside. I have cover. But this window here offers me a view as to where they would be pushing from, and also the buy, which is probably what they want. Checking, pushing back to Tony a little bit.
Where is it? Where are they?
Playing the cover, using the cover as a
You
heady.
think I can get to the buy or no?
Trying to get to the buy for the advanced. I see him pushing because they're most likely going for the buy too.
Terrible, Brian. Whoever built this.
Where is it? Where are they?
They moved left.
You think I can get to the buy or no?
So I see him. He was proned out in this little divot, and that's exactly what he was going for, was the buy.
Close.
So I couldn't get shots on the guy close, but I got a down on the guy that was originally staring at me up in the rafters. I hear the res go off here, and I immediately break the angle I was peeking and replate because there was a player close and I don't want them pushing me. Luckily, I go inside and I play careful. This person's just crouch walking around, and I get a down and a thirst with my knife.
I have one down up on the walkway.
I calm that I have one down on the walkway, and I know the last guy coming in is a Gary, so he's probably going to try to land on his boy to res him up in that walkway. So that's where my attention is focused. I use the opportunity in lull to get an advanced. I see the guy coming back with his perks because of the glitch throwing knife. So a ghosted ping dropping in. I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. I find him, and I'm able to fry him. I get the wipe, which tells me that the guy in the walkway did not have a self, and that team is out of the lobby. Immediately, I'm going to turn my attention to the other pings. And again, here I am, centering the center of my character on the minimap on where the next enemy is, because that tells me I'm going to be looking at them. So then when I look at my screen, I know that this cover here is most likely where they're going to be playing, peeking, or maybe down that ridge. Again, the advanced doesn't give you any info on height unless they're ghosted, which is kind of a bummer. I almost prefer the ghosted pings. Get the down. He was right where we were talking about. I get one ghosted ping here that gives me info that they're below, right? And I'm going to assume that his friend is playing with him, the non-ghosted player. 3 teams, including ourselves, 7 players. Get my thirst with a throwing knife. See the ghosted guy running left. Fry him on the way down. Get the down. Miss the throwing knife. I see him selfing. Push over so he doesn't self. Get the full. And we get the dub.
Double 20?
20 bombs. Look at you, boy.
Guys, thank you so much for sticking around through the end of the video. If you guys have any ideas about the next video that you want to see, if you want to see more mechanics, if you want to see more gameplay analysis like this, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, click the bell so you know when I upload another one. And we're recording this live right now, twitch.tv/art_is_war. So if you want to be a part of it, if you want to lend a hand and have some suggestions on how the video goes, come on by. We're live nearly every day. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.